that over?
What inspires you to produce and to act in this movie?
Well, I've known James Gray since the mid-90s, and we always talked about doing something together, and we'd produced his last film, Lost City of Z, and not to be confused with World War Z. And we had talked about this film, this idea of an individual who struggled with connecting with people, with really being open. And we thought that an interesting story, and interesting for us men at this time who have grown up with the idea that you don't show weakness, you be tough, you be strong, courage. But in that quest, sometimes we can ignore, what's going on the inside, and really being open to another person, and it could actually thwart our relationships. That was the first impetus. It was that, and then the science fiction of it all, where he said, there was this Clark quote, or attributed to, he said, either we're not alone in the universe, or we're absolutely alone in the universe, and either is terrifying. And I thought that was an interesting idea. Instead of, finding out aliens that are trying to destroy our world, or, enlighten us in some way.
I do what I do because of my dad. He was a hero. He gave his life for the pursuit of knowledge.
What was the main lesson your character had in this mission?
Well, it was just that. It was about being open, really. As an adult, I find we build this construct of ourselves that we present to the world. And our character, Roy's at a point where that's no longer working for him. In fact, it's left him very isolated and feeling isolated. And as he gets into that, his father had disappeared when he was quite young. These old feelings started to come up again, and it was that exploration in the film I was drawn to.
What can you tell us about the Lima project?
Its objective was to search for advanced extraterrestrial life. The ship disappeared approximately 16 years into the mission.
And the commander was?
He was my father, sir.
Okay, this movie is about the power of love and how to learn to let it go. Which things is for you more painful to let it go in your life?
Well, first I would say yes, it's about letting go, certainly of the past, or an acceptance of what is, but it's also an embrace of love itself, and a love for the people in your life, and that perhaps we spend too much time looking outward instead of looking inward, or chasing something instead of taking care of the people, right next to us. Okay. So for me, I mean, to me, it's about really an acceptance of a great day, a shitty day, the things that come up in your life that seem fated in some way, and what you deal with it from there. How do you get the most out of your day?
Okay.
I.e. your life.
Talk about the Brad Pitt is told to about the success. Do you think there are things left to do in your life or in your career?
Oh, I got tons of stuff I want to do. Yeah, I got a lot of things I want to do. I think the key to this thing, at least for me, is staying creative, staying with good friends, family, and staying creative in some ways. So I got a lot of other ideas I'd like to do outside of film. I still have a few film ideas I'd like to do before I pack it all in.
Okay.
Mainly a comedy. I want to do a horror.
Horror?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to do.
What kind of horror do you like? Would you like to do?
I've seen a couple of new voices out there that I really like. I'll leave it at that.
This might come as quite a shock to you. Your father was experimenting with a highly classified material that could threaten our entire solar system. All life would be destroyed. We're counting on you to find out what's happening out there.
What do you think is the main message in this movie?
Well, the main message is connection, is connecting. I mean, we find a guy here who's really shut down, who's closed down, and it's hurt all his relationships. And by the end of this, we're hoping we get to a place where he sees he's more open, more vulnerable, and is going to approach it a different way. He may fail, he may succeed, but he's got a different direction.
How do you keep the balance between your career and your personality life? Because you are very busy, you like to act, you like to produce. How do you keep the balance in this career?
Well, it's just with any like working parent, you set aside work hours and then you put that away and you focus on family. And I only do one film a year anyway, so I'm not, otherwise it's normal working hours for producing. I'm pretty pleased with the films we put out there. And we just take it one at a time. We're always developing things, and we see, the planets almost have to align for a film to get made. And so we see what opens up, and then we follow that.
The Earth put its hopes in him. And now its fate is on me.
We have a job to do. Are you ready?
I'm ready.